Peace and love, everyone. Um, Happy Wednesday. Miércoles. Um, it is also what's today? July. Today is July 29th, 2026, and it is the day of miracles. We have a Jupiter Kazemi in alignment with this Aquarius full moon, while our sun is in Leo, and and really it's the sun and Jupiter locked in right now, and it both being in Leo is exciting. It invokes play, it invokes luck, blessings, divine alignment. Um, and it's very purpose driven. I don't know about you, but the energy right now is really selfish. It's very self focused, self centered. Um, how am I best living in my purpose? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing to fulfill this soul contract? Because, baby, I'm trying to get the fuck. And sometimes I be having to remember what I'm here for, and that I can't just disappear. I can't just dip off and never talk to no one again. Um, I also like it's just not in the that's not in like it's not in the cards for me. That's not an alignment for me. I can't go anywhere without people talking to me, and I don't even know these people. So I'm aware of like my gifts and what I'm here for. And so it being in alignment to, I want to stop saying the word alignment, but everything's aligned, right? So it's like with Jupiter acting with the sun, and they're both in Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. And so the sun, what was I trying to say? The sun is the center, right? It is what everything rotates around. All these other planets and all these things need the light of the sun to be a planet. And so it's just a giant star, and there's multiple suns out here, right? And so the light that we're being shown and guided with is also in where Jupiter is in the same sign as Jupiter right now. And Jupiter is symbolic of expansion and the fullest expression, whereas Leo is expression, Jupiter is freedom. And it's the emergence of who you are and with your most liberated self, as your most liberated self, who you are in as your most abundant self. And it has you looking at yourself in those ways. It has you looking at life in that way. And so it being all in happening on this day with this full moon, if full moon being in Aquarius, I was about to get tongue tied. I had to let the tongue out for a second. Sometimes when I got so much information that I want to share, my mouth, my tongue be like, and it's just like, relax, calm down, let it flow out of you. Okay, so Aquarius is our sign of self. We've been discussing self a lot because I know in the last one I was talking about how Capricorns are selfish, and selfish is their Capricorn selfishness is different from Aquarius selfishness, which is different from Leo selfishness, right? And which is different from Virgo selfishness. They're all there. Those are the top signs that are rooted in self first, right? And so when we think about Aquarius's self, they are also self-preservating, self-preservation. However, Aquarius appreciates and likes community. in the sense of building something as a team, everybody having their roles, everybody doing their things. Let's execute this idea. Let's do this, right? And Leo selfishness comes in the form of like it comes in the form of like I have this idea, I want to do this, I want you involved, I love everyone that's involved, and I care about the pride, and I care about the group. Um, I could take myself, I could decenter myself, right? I could like Leos are actually really good at decentering themselves because like I didn't ask to be the center of attention. So it's really easy to not be, you know? And then, you know, unless it's unhealed and then you're desperate and you're looking for attention, right? That's an unhealed Leo. A healed Leo that knows who they are actually tries to stay quiet. Like people don't know that I'm a Leo until I tell people that I'm a Leo. And then, you know, I do some shit and you'd be like, oh, that bitch is a Leo. So it's like, yeah, like I am about myself. I do think I'm the best thing out here. I do think that everybody deserves to experience my light. Because like I wasn't just like I didn't ask to be on this earth again. I really think that my past life self was okay. I think I did everything that I needed to do and then like my family and my lineage came through and this is some Leo shit. It needed a savior, right? Like it needed somebody to be like, actually, we need to end this. We need to end these cycles. We need to end these things, and all this stuff. And then poof, here I am, right? And like my mother, I was thinking about this the other day. My mother wanted me so bad. Like my mother wanted a girl by 30. Before she turned 30, she was like, I want a girl. She had 2 boys already. She's like, I want a girl before I turn 30. She tried again, had me. 2 weeks later, her 30th birthday. You feel me? Like, my mom is the ultimate manifester. Like, ultimate. Which is a gift and a curse because my mother is a seer. And so she can see things happen before they actually happen. And she will tell me that, like, this is what I see. I don't know about that. And then I do it anyway. Because she's very much like, I mean, you can do it anyway, but my mother's also a Virgo, so she will hit me with "I told you so." So like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like it's one of those things. I was saying I brought this up to say my mother wanted me right? But I was sitting here for my father. Like I was actually sitting here to help him and guide him through this journey of life and all these things, all this other stuff. And then he died. And he chose that, right? And I'm still to this day, it's still my job to help him. It's still my purpose on this earth because he has yet to cross over. And so we are now in this space of like selfishness, right? And so I have to do certain things, not because I want to, but because that's what I was placed on this earth for. That's what my purpose is. And I've been realizing that I've been having dreams about that, I've been having visions about that, I've been understanding what is happening above me and how I'm supposed to translate that onto an earthly level. Um, and yeah, that I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got here. And I'm sober. I'm also fasting. So maybe my brain is just like I don't know. I don't know. Either way, how did we get here? Why did we get here? Being selfish in your choices and decisions in the sense of taking care of the people that are around you. Now, I was defining the difference between Aquarius selfishness and Leo selfishness. Leos will be selfish in order to take care of everyone around them. They truly believe at the root of everything that I am at the center and core of this attention because I am bringing masculine to everyone, right? And maybe it's not healing, but I'm looking to when Leos are the entertainer and they're like, oh, you're the star of the show. It's really for you. Are you having a great time? Like you're enjoying yourself, right? They say like half the time. It's like what? Half the time you do stuff, it's not for you, you know. So it's one of those. It's one of those things. And so to flip that and to turn that, Aquarius is selfish for themselves. Um, I am going to do this because this is what I will receive out of this. I am going to say yes to this because this is going to give me this. Whereas like the opposite would be like Leo's like, I'm gonna say yes to this because the people need XYZ or the people ask me, so like this is why. And like all this other stuff. And so either way, an Aquarius is all about like what am I gaining? How is this benefiting me? And is this taking anything out? Is this requiring me to be and show up anything outside of myself? Um, I feel that Aquarius is the sign that truly knows who they are. And they float because it is an air sign. And even though that they are an air sign, they are also the water barriers. So they carry us through, they don't just float, they carry, right? And so they flow. They're in flow with the way of life and the way of being. However, they're in flow with themselves as well. And so no matter where the current is going, if they don't want to go, they're just not. And so that is something to take away with this Aquarius full moon, is to know and define where you want to go and where you don't want to go. I think so often, I don't know, sometimes in hopes to not be so negative, I guess you don't look at the sides of like, well, I don't want this and I don't want that and I don't want this and I don't want that, because when you talk about the things that you don't want, you then are just inviting them into your atmosphere, right? So let's focus on only what you do want. And it's like, yes, and also acknowledge what you don't want though. Like acknowledge what the parts of it, you know, and how can we then transform that into like, okay, with this knowledge, I know that I don't want this, so like, how can I take this and turn this into what I do want? So defining your wants by what you know is a no for you. Um, that's the energy of Aquarius. Aquarius is big on letting go. They're very cold. Um, as a Leo woman with a Leo brother in Aquarius and an Aquarius brother, yeah. So it's like life is, you know, is at different spectrums of selfish, and they're, and like rightfully so, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's anything wrong. There's nothing negative. Things just are, right? And so we as humans have to think about ourselves. We as a society have to think about everyone around us. And so how does that play out into your life? In what areas are you overgiving and not giving enough to yourself? Under this full moon, take the time to purge and release and let go of all the things that have been draining you and keeping you away from your truest self. And how can we shift that? How can we change life? We are the creators of our lives. We are the creators of our destiny, right? And I think I've been reading literally today, but like I'm halfway through, so whatever. I've been rereading The Alchemist, and if you don't know, read the book. If you do know, then you know that the purpose is all about your purpose. It's all about defining your purpose and never letting somebody tell you, like, you are a part of it. And one of the lines is like one of the biggest lies that we've been told is that like life just happens to us, and like this is just the way it is. It's fate, it's destiny, as if you don't have a control in that, right? As if you don't have a say in what happens in your life, as if you don't have a say in um, how you respond to what you are given. And some things just happen, and it's like, how do you then take this and transform it, shift it into a way where it's yours and it benefits you and it serves you best? And if it doesn't, how can you then let this go? And I think that's something to think about during this time. At least that's my interpretation of the situation. And that we have at hand. The energy has been super powerful. It's been having me shift a lot of things in my life, and that's weird. It's uneasy, to say the least. Grief is an ever everyday thing that I deal with and handle, and I guess handle, live with, get through, uh, understand, date. I've been dating grief going on 19 years. So it's one of those relationships that you have to nourish, that you have to constantly get to know. Grief is ever changing. Grief doesn't show up the same way twice. Um, and if she does, she might change her colors. You know, it might be a little softer when it shows up again this way. And I don't know, it's just different. It's been an interesting journey, but through all of that, I've been doing what's best for myself, right? And so it may look like, damn, like she not talking to me, she not fucking with me. I haven't heard from her. Um, where's she been at? You know, I've been dying, and blissfully so, right? I've been getting back to my truest core and my truest form of me. And it's something that I didn't realize I was so detached from, because I was showing up in so many ways in which the people around me needed me to show up. That when I show up as my fullest self, it's then I don't want to say a problem, but it's a problem. And then it's something that has to be addressed, and it has to be acknowledged, and like, you're this and you're that, and it's like, you know what, I am. And I've been okay with that, you know. I've been okay with that. And so I encourage you under this full moon to be okay with yourself, like your truest self, right? Leos thrive off of vulnerability. I don't know about all Leos, but this one does. I love being vulnerable. You could find out my whole life story if you sat down and talked to me, and the people that talk to me know that, because I'm not shy to tell you that. Like, I just told all y'all that, like, some deep shit that had nothing to do with anything about the planets. Just has to do with me. But that's also like who I am. I can only tell you stuff off of experience. I can tell you about these planets, but I relate them to myself. And I started these videos in relation to myself. Um, if you remember, 6 years ago, which is wild crazy, but 6 years ago, I sent my first video out, and I was just talking about the planets, and I was talking about the planets simply because I, all for a nigga, like, met this man and was like, and he was around when I was having this conversation with these strangers, and we were talking about the alignment of 6 planets being able to be visible in the sun, and or from the sky, and I think it was 6 planets retrograde at the time, and we were talking about that and all this other stuff, and we were both like, me and the stranger were very enthusiastic about it. And then after, he was like, oh, like, you know about the planets, like, you know about what's happening. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I've been doing research, I've been knowing things, I've been keeping up with it, da 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 da. And he was like, oh, why aren't you sharing it? Like, niggas need to know that. And I was like, oh, you know what, you're right. So then I made a video. It was just like, hey, so this is what's going on in the sky, yada, yada, yada. And I sent it to my friends, and I sent it to my family, and everybody was like, yo, thank you. Like, I need this, right? And so now, here I am. But it's always been about me. And I learned that about myself, that I'm going to always make something about me. The root of my art is all about me. The visuals, the music, the movement, the what I choose to share, it's my actual story. It's my actual life. I think that's also why I'm such a artist of um, improvisation, an artist of reality. I'm taking emotions. I'm an emotional artist. I'm a sensual artist. I'm a sexual artist, and I'm an embodied artist, because all of this is coming out of me, right? I'm just a vessel, and a true. What did I write it down? I wrote it down today. Yeah, I can't remember it, but essentially it's like you're the vehicle that God moves through, right? And it's just real truths and real stories and real pain, real love, real energy that comes out of everything that you create when you move from that the space of knowing who you are and knowing what you're sent for and what you're here for. And I'm here to take up space. So I hope under this moon and this meditation, um, you find what your purpose is if you don't already know. And you know, I don't think your purpose, I don't know, because my life is like ever changing and ever moving, and then constantly being redefined. Um, because I just be saying yes. I be saying yes to things that excite me, and and now just like I be saying yes to things that excite me with the truest intention of, is this in alignment for my highest good? And so that is where we show up. And so that is what this energy will be based off of during this meditation. That was a ramble. So if you made it this far, shout out to you. I feel everyone deserves a clap for themselves. But yeah, that's all I got. So it is suggestions. I would suggest journaling today, writing it down, writing it down, writing it down, and write it down. And like, if you don't write it down, write it down. You know what I'm saying? And don't speak it. Not saying don't speak it. Speak it. But like, write it. Like, don't type it. Don't text. Don't talk to text. Like write it. Your hand. If you're left-handed, write it. You know, like I went this way instead of this way. I be practicing my left hand because I feel like I paint better with my left hand. I invert better with my left hand. I am stronger on my left hand. In my left hand, I think growing up, I didn't want to be the odd one out. And so I learned and forced my right. But everything that I do in my life shows me that, like, oh, I was always supposed to be a lefty. But anyways, I digress. But write it. That's what we were getting at. Write it. Write it. Write it. Write it. Write it out. Make it real. Make it plain. Make it simple. Make it direct. Uh, like you're pulling from the source. We're quite literally pulling from the source. Like our season right now is source season. We're fueled by the sun under this energy. We just came out of the moon, and now the sun is like, here you go. You just dug deep to get to know your emotions a little bit more, and now know who you are, who you like. I am. I know. Like, those are the statements that we're moving from. I have. Like, I have. I wrote I have statements today because, like, I have this life. It's not a life that I wish for. I have it. I'm currently living it. And, like, changing your perception on your present moment, your present experiences, and what you have in front of you, in your hands and your grasp. And if it's not physically there yet, it's in your sight. And if it's not in your eyesight, it's in your sight. Feel me? So yeah, write it. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna get to our meditation. So if you were joining me for some sound, you can get nice and comfy. Find yourself nice and cozy. We are in heart season. Say that shit with your whole chest. Mean it. Be vulnerable. It's okay. If they don't fuck with you for sharing your light and your pure self, they never fuck with you. So yeah. Yeah. So if you're in a comfortable position, we're gonna start by taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can release everything you may be carrying from the start of this day, from this week, from this month. We're closing out July. Whatever you need to let go of in this time, you can do so now through your breath. You can take a deep breath in, and you exhale. You can bring your shoulders from your ears. You tell yourself thank you for showing up for yourself in this moment right here. And deep breath in, and exhale. You can quiet your mind, close your eyes, maybe lower your gaze, whatever you feel safest with. Feel your sits bone sitting directly connected and rooted underneath you. And just breathe from your heart space. And wherever you are, you can begin to come back. Come back to your mind, come back to your body, come back to yourself. You could begin some light movement, wiggling your toes, grazing the tips of your fingers with your thumb. Maybe your movements get bigger with some head rolls, or maybe some wrist circles, rolling out your ankles. Maybe you give yourself a nice good stretch, stretching your body out long, taking up space, reaching beyond your comfort. Hmm. And with this, once we are here and we feel good, we will end the same way that we began with 3 deep breaths. You can take a deep breath in, your hands circle sweep above your head, and you flick your fingers like you're trying to get water off your fingertips. And then you can take a deep breath in, your hands go up. And as you exhale, shake out your hands and your wrists. And then you can take a deep breath in, hands go up. And exhale, you can bring your hands to prayer. You can drop them in front of your heart space. You can bow into yourself and give yourself gratitude for allowing yourself this moment. Thank your mind for not getting in the way of your practice today. Thank your body for showing up and being here with you. And I thank you for allowing me to guide you in this moment through words, through sounds, through energy. I appreciate you. It is an honor to be here, to be present, to be giving. Until next time, peace, namaste. Clap it up for yourselves. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have for you today. May this week. The portal is officially open. The portal is always open if you want it to be, but the portal, easy access to the portal is open now. We are in the Lionsgate portal, which is the alignment of Sirius and the sun and all of the heavens and guardian angels, allowing us direct access to source and whatever it is we need to bring down to earth. And so it peaks on 8/8, on August 8th, and allowing this time from now until then. And really, we have a new moon on the 12th of August, which is an eclipse. So, really, from now until the eclipse, utilizing this energy and this potency to really call in the life that you dream of. No dream too big. And yeah, until next time, peace.